All right. I will call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock on October 28th, 2025. We will all rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Everyone, copy of the last minutes. Any changes in them? Nope. No changes? Good, good. All right. I need a motion to approve.
We approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I will second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? All right. Township assistance.
We did have one. That was my first mortgage. So I did consult with the township assistance lady at Vernon Township.
A mortgage payment?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so we do not have caps. So she suggested that we relook at our township assistance guidelines and create some caps. And with the way the economy and everything is going, that would probably be a good thing. And we do have a much more limited budget than other townships. So they have a $500 cap on utilities, and I have paid in excess of $900 for some.
Okay.
Utilities getting turned over to collection. So
They have one cap.
they have $500.
And that's Vernon Township?
Yes.
Okay. And we don't have a cap on anything right now?
No.
Okay.
We do have a cap on HVAC, what we did for burial, and if someone had a furnace that needed replaced.
Okay.
Those are both $1,000. So on the mortgage payment, I had to follow the maximum allowance for shelter. So it was a one-person household, so the person qualified for the maximum rent, which is a guideline, and it was $716. And since we didn't have a guideline, I had to pay the 3 payments the person was behind.
Okay, so we paid $716 times 3.
Yes. So she said we could put a cap of like only pay 1 month or things like that. So that's a decision.
Current.
That's our decision. I mean, if it's a larger household, it gets into a pretty hefty, and we do only have $7,000 budgeted for the year. So we don't have to, we can discuss it, and we can work on it at our January meeting and sign new. This would be through 25 because this is what we signed. So we can work on this and have it ready
So
for
change
26.
it, talk about it, agree upon what we want to put our max at, and then re-sign the documents in January.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that.
I think
Yeah.
we need to have caps
I
to
do
keep
too.
people from being
Yes.
excessive in the amount of aid.
Yeah, so like the 2 people that had the large utility bills, we all pay our own utility bill. I did discuss them seeing the energy efficiency person at 9 Star and things like that and what they were doing. And so there are ways to cut and save, on your electricity.
So do we need to talk about a cap, of 1 month?
So
For
their
rent?
well, she said it. They are currently doing a $500 cap on utilities.
Okay.
So that would be electric, gas, or propane.
500 for the year.
500 for the time they ask. So
Do we have going to Mike's thing, do we have a number of times they ask? Is that we have a cap in there for that? Just a thought.
no,
I mean, if they came in January, then they ask in February, and then March.
that's why they've created the caps, because
Okay.
it takes people.
Some people have $2,000-3,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So there is a chart to follow depending on your household and how much you could qualify for. Like a 3-bedroom, 4-person household we could only pay $985. Well, I don't know of a mortgage payment of $985. Mine was never that low. So,
Right.
My dad's is 800, so.
but,
Yeah,
but nowadays with the cost of houses,
Yeah, the cost of
So-
houses, I mean, I'm okay with putting a cap of $500 on utilities, a cap of 1 month on,
we're good on burial.
I'd even do a dollar value on the mortgage.
And then we could follow the maximum allowance for shelters in the chart, which would be $716 for a one-person, two-person household, $867, and a four-person household, $985. And if we could, you guys just need to decide if we're only gonna pay it once, 1 month.
Where'd those numbers come from?
It's the
recommended
government
of our
numbers.
government.
This is actually the hair outdated. I would have to get the new 25 numbers, and I think it's like 754 now. I think it's like about $50 higher on each spot. And I googled and looked it up. Just with everything going on, I think the need's going to rise, and we could get asked more. So, and we don't want to run out and service everyone
Right.
accordingly.
I don't think that assistance really is to get people current as much as to get them out of a tight spot where somebody's breathing down their neck, right?
Right, so
Um,
this person, I did not cover their entire payment. I
Right.
told them, I suggested they call their mortgage company, have a conversation with them, try to get set up on a separate payment plan or some other options. And this person was gonna do that.
So I have it on the minutes that we're gonna discuss that again in January, the caps.
No, I think we're gonna
If
discuss
we
it
discuss
now.
it in
Yeah.
January, we won't sign it till
We're
February,
gonna
which,
probably discuss it now and then,
so we
we
will
could
need to
put-
meet in February for the annual financial report.
yeah. We'll discuss it now and then sign in January.
We could discuss it again in January and like have to follow
Sign it.
these guidelines.
Until February.
I almost think we need to.
I would say go ahead and do it now. That way we're current.
You think we can
Our meeting's January
decide on an
6th.
amount now?
I mean, I would say go off with, I mean, I would say if other townships are at 500 for utilities. We already have cemetery and
We have burial and furnace replacement.
furnace repayment. a
And they
cap.
are 500.
They're 1,000.
They're
1,000.
1,000.
No, I mean, you said utilities 500. Is that for a one-time payment?
Yes, for the one time, they'd have
For
to
the one
apply
request.
again another time.
And
But if we get
the other townships are allowing more than one request. That's what I'm.
I need
How are we gonna know
to,
whether to
I
put
need
that
to
in
look
there or
into
not?
that a little further, but I can't answer that question right now.
I would see I would check with the other townships to see if they have multiple months someone applying, how they deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we need to probably put that in ours. You know,
Yeah.
Cause once you get behind,
It's hard to
a
get
trickle
caught
down-
back
It's a
up.
trickle down effect.
right.
We have $7,000 in there.
Yes.
Budgeted, yeah.
And if you had, hopefully, somebody doesn't request every month.
Right.
If they request $500 every month, there's your budget right there. And surely that's not gonna happen, but
And then I would,
We probably close, I can do some more research. Our next meeting is January 6th. So the likelihood of having very much,
man. I would say get the current numbers on house payment also.
Yeah.
And then we just do 1 month house payment of the current government numbers. Of a max of. We'll have to see. I mean, you said it's 9 something for a 4-bedroom.
3-bedroom, 4 people is $985.
Let's say a max of 1,000. Great.
For a family that's larger.
For a family
than
of
that
4, right? Or
Yeah.
larger, yeah. And then find out, my thing is find out what they do if they get the same
Yeah.
person multiple times. How they go about that.
Might do an annual cap or something like that of $1,000 per person or something, just looking at where our budget is
side. Yeah,
for family or for address or however you wanna.
okay. All
Or and then we'll approve that. We'll discuss it and approve it next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
good. Any more questions on that? Are you good? Okay. Cemetery reports, we got 2 bids in. I sent those out the other day. I've spoke with both of them, walked the grounds with one of them. I'm good with either one. Budgetary wise, I would say go with the least amount, lower amount one for budget.
Do you know how many other businesses do they do? Are they a large lawn care company? Are they a lot of work, or they only do a few?
So First Responders does a good bit of work, and then Ashley Farms only does a few. So they're more of a smaller. They're both basically family owned and operated. They're not really.
Both of them local.
One's in Nicetown, and one is I want to say Wilkinson, but it's actually just on the other side of the county line.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
So
don't
they're in
know.
Henry County?
Yeah, they're technically in Henry County, but barely. In Henry County.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the 2 that came in. I reached out to the current guy that's mowing it, and he is going down, not wanting to do as much next year. And then that's the same thing with who had it prior to him. I reached out to him. He told me he was going to put a bid in, but then he got back with me and also stated that he was only going down to 3 or 4 properties just because he wants to spend. Most of these people do it on the side. The Ashley Farms is a police officer, and First Responders is a firefighter. So I mean, so they're both doing it on the side. So I have faith in both of them to do them both.
Did you discuss the Pioneer Stones?
I did. I went over, like, you hit a stone, you pay for it. We don't want to hit stones hit. I talked about that. I talked about insurance with them to make sure they have insurance. Like I said, I did. I went over pretty much everything with, I told them to be a 2-year contract. And like I said, First Responders talked to me on the phone 2 or 3 times. Ashley Farms, I actually walked the property.
That's good.
We actually walked all 4 properties. So he knew what expected, and
That's a flat rate for both years. It's
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't increase.
it does not increase. It's the same
I mean, it
price.
depends on how much they mow. If it's a drought, I mean, less mows, less, that kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah. If you look, there's 18 mows, and then the higher mows.
Do you know this year how many?
We mowed a lot this year up until here
So
recently.
the last part, and
Yeah,
we had to stop.
we were probably close to the 24 this year,
I did not count
but
mows.
because started like April 1st, and then he went up until, man, he was full mowing probably through August. So I mean,
I went 6 weeks without mowing my yard.
Month of August, I probably went.
Yeah, he mowed
once in the month of
During the
August.
drone, when he was taking drone footage for me for the website, I was like, we need to stop.
Yeah, when I did the drone footage, he hadn't mowed in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I know he slowed down, but he was mowing almost every week up until then, just because it was growing.
But we're at every 2 weeks. That's what we mow, right?
Unless it's a heavy mowing season like this, And now it's been, I think I only mowed once this last invoice we got, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Okay, so they can, and I didn't realize this.
Mhm.
They may mow 3 or 4 times a month,
They may.
depending on. Okay, I didn't.
So we have that built
I thought it was
in.
every other week,
No,
no
because
matter what.
no, we have it set up
'Cause I
that,
think it used to be that way. I know before I came.
yeah, so we have it
They
that
would
we
be
would
pretty
like
bad.
it every other, but if the growing season is too much,
Yeah,
we want it still to look
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So
They
we
would get
could
pretty
mow,
raggedy looking.
but we don't want over the 24 mows in a year. And if we start pushing that, that's when they come to
He's
us
supposed to alert
Okay.
us.
alert us on how much.
Yeah.
But we averaging, the 18 mows is heavy growing season with then to every other.
And that's an annual cost.
That's annual.
And what is our budget
20.
proposal for next year?
But that also includes maintenance.
Yeah, I understand. I just wanted to see where
Yeah,
we're at. on
20,000, that includes tree
Tree
removal.
removals and fences.
In the contract is weed eating every time they mow or every other, or is,
It does not state.
I was just curious.
But it does say, I think it says, it does say no roundup, no, or things like that around the stones. So you pretty much have to weed eat every time.
Yeah, I mean, I've never noticed grass growing up
Yeah, most of the time it's every week.
Yeah, okay.
and
I was
so.
just curious.
And that takes probably just as long as mowing the grass.
So I'll make a motion that we go with the lower bid, which is the Hashley Farms.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. I'll reach out to him. We'll get a contract to him. Probably use the same one we used last and add a few things to it.
Yeah, maybe a little more
A
about
little
the
more
stones.
stones, yeah.
We
And
added Roundup last time.
so I'll get with him and then insurance, as long as we have it before he starts on
Right.
that.
So
So
the salt and the Roundup,
Roundup
that
is deteriorating to
is it the salt that's in it?
Yeah.
something in
Because I
it.
know that you see these vinegar and, solutions, but I didn't know whether that,
it's the dicot in it that does the,
I'm not sure on the vinegar water.
yeah, the,
Water.
right.
Yeah, I know
have
what
you
you're
seen
talking
that?
yeah,
And it's supposed to do just as good of a job, and I didn't know.
but it doesn't look as nice. Because we've seen that before.
Well, you mean around to,
They start spraying around and
Yeah,
get bigger and
yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
and bigger and bigger.
yeah.
And then you get no grass in between like some of these, and
Right.
it just looks
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, this isn't material.
I mean, that cemetery is completely different. It doesn't
It's
grow.
too what it is. It's
Gravel
too
lawn,
wooded.
they use a chemical sometimes that causes grass to not grow. Some sort of growth
Growth
retarder,
inhibitor, yeah.
growth inhibitor. And then
Oh.
that way, they use that around the stones so they don't have to trim as often.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never looked into it either.
Signs for the cemetery commission for Winter Chapel.
My understanding is they ordered several, so
Okay.
I imagine we may not get them for a while.
Okay. Fire department updates.
We don't have an exact count on the runs, but it was 135 last time, and we're close to 140 now. The
Grass fire the other day.
yep.
I had a lot of those.
The 2026 EMS contract
Field
is still the same. We aren't aware of. We haven't received it from the city yet.
Okay. Gotta approve the 2026 budget. Huh?
Open it up for public meeting.
I'm opening it for public meeting to talk about.
If there's any comments on the budget.
Is there any comments, questions about the budget? Out there? No? Okay. What about us?
And that's the financial. This is later.
Oh, that's what.
This is the.
This is the budget. Okay. I was like, wait, that's not it.
You don't have. There's only one.
Okay.
Are we hitting our max tax rate?
Yes.
That's all I want to do next year. I guess I can say,
I'm gonna make a motion.
oh, someone may make a motion to approve. How do I need to do this?
I make a motion, we approve the budget for 2026.
Okay.
My second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We'll close comments also. Ooh. See? Little writing, I can't see, I don't like that.
It's on 11 by 17 paper. I don't like.
Still
What do
little.
do for you?
It's Nice to see I brought these.
The school books were the dash.
Oh,
You learned it. You learned it right.
Is there remaining items that need to be completed in 2020?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think January we'll get with the fire department, see what their thoughts are for the items we have in the capital improvement plan, and see what we can get done in 26. And then work on getting bids in the early part of the year. I know garage doors is one of those that we'll check on, and whatever else. There's some other things on their agenda that we can see if we can get accomplished in 26. We'll work on that in January.
Okay. We'll move to financial items, review of third quarter financials. So we
For
have
our internal controls
for
review.
internal control. So this is,
Yeah, so you each have a ledger of showing what I paid and the reason. The green is each month when I balance the bank statements. And page 2 of each sheet, like, will show the total of the individual funds. So as of 9:30, the bank had a total of $288,193.53 in it. $187,558 was Township Fund, which is our general fund. Firefighting fund had $9,405.68 after our dispersal of third quarter. Fourth quarter will be coming out of the Township Fund. Fire equipment debt is sitting at $21,473.30. There is one more payment left for this year. Township assistance is misleading. It has a balance of $24,088. Technically, we only get $7,000 a year. So if we were to go over the $7,000, I would have to appropriate funds. We would have to appropriate funds to use that extra 24, that extra amount.
And what are we at for the year?
I know. I was bad and didn't carry the number over, so I'm sorry, I don't have the exact number, but it's around almost 4,000. I apologize for that. I knew that the other day and I meant to fix that. Rainy day sitting at 7748. That's part of the capital improvement plan that we have allocated, so it can't go away. And tornado sirens sit stagnant at $534, and I skipped Coon Fire is sitting at $36,695, which we're building up for the future fire truck years from now. I should be able to do. I have a computer now. There is still, I know there's still funds left.
oh, there we go. It's confusing. This is on here.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll have to spread it out, and that's the way the tax return is done. So I've made them
Okay.
to match the way the annual financial report does, so it's easier for me.
Okay, that's fine. I was just like, where'd the rest of this go? And I was looking for it when we were talking.
Page 1 is 2466. Page 2. Questions, any purchases while I'm looking this up?
No, it looks like,
Every utility bill we paid this year has been over $500.
okay. I guess my only thing I really see that sticks out is the air reimbursement for Amazon.
That was my fault. It stayed in, the credit card stayed in my account and I bought a couple of things. That's why it says error.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I removed it.
And then I saw you, I mean, I saw it down here that you
I reimbursed
Reimbursed it, right,
$51
yeah,
and
right
13 cents.
Yeah, right here.
That was my fault.
That's right. I've done that before too. I had a fire department credit card and I bought some too. So I
Yeah, that
It
was
happens.
my fault. So I was like, what? I didn't buy that. And then I realized it was my personal purchases. And I was like,
I get it.
bad girl.
That's all right. I did that with the lady. The lady's on our account.
Yeah.
I bought something. She goes, I didn't charge this $46. I went, oh, that's close to full. But it happens. We've all done it. I kind of figured. I just wanted to clarify that.
No, it's what it's
Just in
for.
case someone else asks.
Roughly around $4,248 has been spent in township assistance. Out of 7.
Any more questions for the financials?
Nope, looks good to me.
We have to make a motion to it.
No, we
Nope,
just need to note
need
in
to
the
note
minutes,
that we looked at them and,
have our internal controls review.
yeah.
They like that word. For the insurance, I did reach out to Capstone. She asked for a copy of our insurance. Capstone covers the fire station and the fire trucks. Last year, I didn't get it to her timely enough, or she looked at it and told me to just hold off. She couldn't beat it. This time she's looking at it. Had a discussion with her last night. So I don't know figures yet, but just to check and see if it can come in cheaper, and it'd be the same insurance as covering our fire station and fire trucks.
So we're still looking into that.
Because the only thing I don't like about the current insurance provider is every time they audit, they charge me, like last time they charged me another $700 something because of the money in the bank. And I'm like, it's FDIC insured, you know. I
Yeah, I
can't touch
agree.
it. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So
And this insurance, does this cover?
this would cover the 4 cemeteries liability if someone got
Okay,
hurt at the
okay,
cemetery. It also covers, you have to have 3 parts. So she said, do you have terrorism? And I said, well, we dropped it. So she said, we have to have 3 parts. So auto would be if we are on township business in our automobile, auto could be covered through this. We all have our own auto personal. So I think that would be very, very, very rarely used. She said there can be a clause of where if I was to make an error in financials and thing, and then there, you know, the cemeteries and liability. There has to be 3 parts. She is going to have several parts, and we can choose which ones.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see what the price kind of insurances have went up across the board.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to see if we could.
Insurance or even cemeteries. 255 is what I paid for years. They raised it to 725. And so I shopped around. It wouldn't come down, you know.
Yeah.
They a $700 minimum amount that they have to charge. Okay.
Yeah, so we're over 2,000, but we've also had to pay an additional 700 some odd dollars after the audits. It's also for the number of our balance, how much money comes in, how large our township is, that kind of thing. So it's kind of confusing, the governmental insurance. So I do have the clause where if a tree falls on a stone, because some of our stones are 10,000 plus.
Sure.
I would say some of the old historical ones.
And your bond, you as a trustee
I have
are
to be
bonded through this same insurance?
Yes, and it's like $110.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, so
Right.
she can do the bond also.
Yeah.
So, and she did give me a quote for that last night. It was $105, so that's right on line. But she could not give me a quote on the other yet.
We'll talk about that in January.
Yeah,
Unless we need to do something before and then we'll just.
Yeah.
Okay. Website update.
it's out. Heard some good feedback. Still looking for more pictures. Love historical pictures. I just recapped the last week on the fire department's page. I plan to do a section each week, so get people to go to the website. Several people have signed up for alerts.
Okay.
It is up to date with the meeting tonight and the future roundabout meeting, which is our next topic.
Yes, that's what I'm doing next. Roundabout meeting.
So the NDOT and CMT, the provider, is having a public meeting at Maxwell Intermediate School doors open at 5:30. The meeting's from 6 to 7, and you can make a public comment. There are Facebook posts, and there are links on our website page. You can watch it live. You don't have to attend publicly, and you can make comments to them and email them. So there are links to do that. And I think that goes to like November 28th.
It'll be a link from our website and.
I linked theirs and to go to theirs.
That's what I mean.
For
We
the-
can click on it and go to theirs.
You have
so
to
we can-
register for a meeting and they'll send you a link.
Okay.
So I did post
So
that
if we
on our
were-
website also.
Do we post any other information on the website about the roundabout or just?
I linked it towards they can go in and read. There's like 100 and something pages of documents, so it's different than the pictures I was given. That I don't have. Mine's in color and theirs aren't. But yeah, they'll be all on display. They're on display right now at the library, the administration building, the state highway department on State Street, and online. I have heard from one corresponding neighbor of their concerns, and so everyone that has a concern can address it at the public meeting or hear more about it.
And that's at Maxwell Intermediate,
Yes,
which is down off 9.
yes.
Is the fire station going to be there? Represent?
I was gonna mention three things. The candy is gonna get dispersed Friday, so if you're mind to see the folks.
Yeah.
I had mentioned you about the 10,000. We got it. It's in the bank.
The first round.
council.
Yes. Okay, great.
And third, what is your take on the roundabout? What are your negatives?
Just what my concern would just be making sure we still have the proper road footage for our fire trucks, loading hoses, unloading hoses. Speaking just for Green Township, I did ask for the grass not to be replaced at the curvature area and where the signage is, because I think that it will be a really busy area and I don't want to see someone up there mowing the grass. They said they could put an aggregate there instead of I was on the meeting with Brad, so we asked several questions. I would still like to see a little signal light that you guys can flip a switch on all four corners. I'm going to mention it again on November 5th. I do think that that's warranted because I think people are going to stop in the middle of the roundabout and the fire truck's not going to be able to go anywhere. So,
They do that
and I mean, people.
a lot.
Your clicker switch is going to be on the end when it's all done, or only in the construction phase?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, the clicker is, while it's in construction, is my understanding. Every resident that's in the area will have some kind of clicker switch, is
Right.
what he explained. And they can click it and be able to get through, is what he explained.
And my suggestion is perhaps 3, because of being volunteers, and we're going to have a staggered response.
Yeah,
So the odds of 1, 2, 3 vehicles
Right.
leaving is going to be slim to none.
Nick Bata is the main representative. He'll be there November 5th, so I would encourage you to talk to him. They are
I
gonna leave
realize.
one of the drives open, either the Masonic Lodge or ours open. So that volunteers can come in through either one of those, and then the temporary drive will be created for us out here to get onto 234. You will have to go around the block. Says, there's just nothing we're gonna be able to do. I don't understand how the clicker completely works. I don't know how you're gonna get through when they have the road completely
I'm
torn up.
assuming it's a flag that comes down as red stop sign. Now, where's that one going to be? On the north side of the station for the southbound traffic? In other words, are they going to keep it back this way enough that the left turners in the
The first
morning-
phase is a single lane, and there is gonna be a stoplight on both ends. Where they're gonna be stationed, I'm not exactly sure, but there's gonna be a stoplight at each side that
Yeah.
people will stop and go through single lane. And that will create the other half of the roundabout and towards 234 towards Portsville.
Yeah.
Then there'll be the next phase, and they're gonna try to stagger that where they can always keep a drive open in our temporary drive.
My logic was more for the morning drop-offs. Of people northbound, will they be running into them head on?
New school,
Right.
they're hoping to start in May and be done by school starting. We'll see.
Well, school don't end till June, so.
Well, they will be going when school starts, but it'll be the one single lane will be open.
Yeah.
It won't be completely closed.
Yeah. The clicker switch is my only,
And he mentioned it, I'm not familiar with it, so that would definitely be a good question for November 5th.
So Bob, you asked a question about what we were concerned about. I'm concerned about the driveway width out onto 9 and the doors and any kind of median that comes off of that
right,
roundabout and making that corner, making that tight.
for a southbound departure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, they're supposed to be making it shorter. Brad did bring that up, the little triangle piece that median they put in, they're supposed to make this side shorter. It's super long on the two of the other sides.
The driveway already doesn't extend all the way to the north bay. So you kind of have to, it looks like you kind of have to duck to the south a little bit on that truck. Man, it just seems like, while they're in there doing it, they can extend that driveway, another
10 foot.
10 foot
Yeah.
as a round number, that would just make that a whole lot easier for you to navigate it in and out. But because you're already kind of losing some depth
Right.
anyway to negotiate that turn. But
So
Yeah,
that's
it's definitely a
one
good
of
valid
them.
question.
And also the water that's underneath, it's my take of it, the water from the corner, part of it goes that way and part of it comes this way.
yeah,
And I would hope that would be maybe underground, what is going to the north.
it'd be good to hear. I don't know when the last time any kind of drainage work was done on this intersection, but I would have to assume, maybe that's bad, but I would have to think that, they're putting good thought into that. I'd want to make sure that I see what their plans are when it comes to drainage. Make sure it makes sense.
Because as present, anything that spills there
Yeah,
comes out on our property.
right,
Yeah,
right. And yeah, I mean, closest creek is down to the east, so you like for that water to get to the creek.
mhm. So that puts water on the other side of the road. I have no idea where it goes. Meaning, I'm assuming just a.
Goes to my house.
Ditch. Yeah.
Goes to my house.
Right.
And across my field and across my neighbor's field.
I know the car lot, I stand in water quite a bit
Yeah,
sometimes.
and I did not know if there was.
So that-
some
this could really
future
probably fix that
thinking
area.
What to do with that.
Yeah.
How much do we own in back of how far back of the
Like-
fire station?
How many feet is
Yeah.
Bob? It's just to like where the barbecue pits were,
Yeah,
Where you were
just directly
grilling.
behind, there's more to it that way.
or maybe 20 feet,
Okay.
less than 20
No,
feet.
the barbecue pit, that is let's say a dry basin for the bay drains.
No, how many feet is from our building to the property line on the backside?
I'm assuming to the middle of the drive.
Okay,
It goes about like that, the property.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
So there's a house that goes right here. So just pretty much just probably 10 foot behind us.
That's not a drive
Oh,
around.
no,
Maybe a
no,
little.
there's not enough to drive
Barbecue,
behind,
where they grill
because there's
it.
two,
Yeah.
two or three trees there too.
All right. Any other questions or comments from visitors? No? Okay. Our next meeting will be January 6th of 2026 at 6 p.m. Motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn the meeting for tonight.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. All right.
6:39.
We're
Thank you
gonna
very
hit
much. Second.
Budget meeting, well, it took a while.